This is Tamika in Chicago, 45. Do you have any kids?
Yes, I have 5.
Same father?
2.
What's up, YouTube? Poor Man Podcast back with another video. Give me the HBO special. That's the Help a Brother Out special. Hit the like and subscribe button for more content. Let's get right into the video.
This is Tamika in Chicago, 45. Do you have any kids?
Yes, I have 5.
Five? You have 5 kids? How old are your kids?
Off to a great start.
My oldest is 28, and my youngest is
5
6.
kids.
And 6? Okay. Same father?
2.
Two. Were you ever married?
2 different fathers.
So I have 3 boys and 2 girls. And, my girls is by one, and my other one is by another man.
Okay. And you said you was never married?
No.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
And the 6-year-old, why you not with that father?
Toxic.
Toxic? But
We separated.
What
Yeah.
kind of man you looking for?
A person that's outgoing, loves to communicate, likes to go out, travel. Not too much.
Oh, my goodness.
Tall.
How tall are you?
Tall.
I'm 5'7".
Do you want somebody taller than you?
Yes.
Does he have to be
About 6'5",
Oh.
6'4", something.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
Let's do the math. So most black women, when you ask them this question, or if you ask them their preference, they want another black man. That's fair. But black people in America make up about 14% of the population. So let's go ahead and cut that in half. We had about 7% of the population. According to blackdemographics.com, about 29% of black men are married. So let's go ahead and subtract another 2%. Come on, don't act like y'all know some of these boys got some sugar in their tea. So let's go ahead and subtract another percent. We had about 4% of the total population now. We're at about 4% of the population, and we haven't even considered height. Only about 3.9% of men are 6'2" and above. So you're talking at 6'5", you're talking about the top 1% of all men. So now you want them to be black. You want them to be straight, probably, right? You want them to be straight. And you want them to be 6 feet tall, 6'5". So you as a woman that's 45, with 5 kids, by 2 different baby fathers, expect a man that's within the top 1% in terms of height in the world. But me as a man with no kids, hardworking, I try to stay physically fit, can't even ask a woman to be physically fit, or I'm sexist, or I'm fat phobic. But a woman that's 45, with 5 kids by 2 different baby fathers can ask for the top 1% of men, and nobody says anything. And that's the main problem. An average looking woman that's 45 years old with 5 children by 2 different baby fathers can ask for the top 1% of men in terms of height. But God forbid a hardworking man say, I want my wife to be physically fit, not only because she's going to be a little more attractive, but also because it's going to be better for her health. You're part of the problem. Here's the thing, you can want whatever you want. It's not a crime to want whatever you want. But if you actually want a relationship, if your dating pool is only half a percentage of the population, it's possible, but it ain't probable. And I'm happy Kendra G has her own show, because when she was on Kevin Samuels' show and Kevin Samuels told her the exact same things she's telling these women now, this is how she replied.
Samuels, you are nothing without the black woman, because your popularity is based off of tearing down black women, and it further proves the notion that the black woman is the least protected person being on the planet Earth.
And now she's getting to taste her own medicine. And stay tuned, guys, because we're going to get into some of those comments. They were going in on the host because she said that a woman should ask for marriage before she bears children.
6'5" or 6'4"?
We could go down to 6'1" and up to 5.
Okay. You want a basketball player?
Pretty much.
What are some deal breakers for you?
I really didn't want to say, but I'm really looking for a guy that, no baby mama drama.
Oh my God. No way.
Tamika.
This cannot be real.
Okay, let me ask you this.
No way.
Do you come with any baby?
That's how Lizzo sound when she say she want a man that's physically fit and tall. Like Lizzo. Come on now. No way. No way, man.
Drama, because you just said.
No.
I asked you a question. About your 6-year-old, and you say you're not with him because it's toxic. So that makes me believe that could be a drama-filled relationship. So is there drama with your 6-year-old?
But we've been separated for 6
Y'all
years.
know how to hold shit back, so I'm gonna just say it how I say. Here's the deal. You absolutely do not have to require marriage. It is your life. The decisions you make will not directly affect me, okay? But at some point in time, all the women in the comments saying marriage is a piece of paper, marriage doesn't mean anything, you are right. But that might have been your attitude, and now you have a child by a guy, and now you're looking for a new man.
Talk to
with a
him.
baby.
Talk
Because
to
the
him.
man you had a baby by, you ain't requiring him to marry you. So now
Exactly.
you're looking for another man to be the man that your baby daddy should have been, but you ain't vet him good because marriage wasn't a requirement. So y'all can sit up here and say you don't have to. It's your world. Do
Talk
your
to him,
thing,
Kendra.
girlfriend. But if you got kids and you're looking for a man, maybe before you go into your next situation, before you give somebody a whole child, because a child, you can't even buy that. Like, that's the
Bingo.
biggest thing you can ever give to a man. Okay? You just shouldn't be having babies just for anybody.
Thank you.
I think it should be a requirement. I personally think you make your own decision. A requirement for me to have your child. You're going to be my husband. Okay? You're going to help me live this life together and help me raise this kid that I pushed out of my belly for us. So I do not think it's a bad thing to say you're my husband before I have your baby.
These are some of the comments. Someone said, it's not good to try and make someone feel shameful on an open forum. Kendra could have sent her a DM. And this is how Kendra replied. Do you have the same sympathy for the videos of men on my page? Because they have over 200,000 views with over 2,000 to 4,000 comments of women going in on them. So do you have the same sympathy for them? And that is absolutely true. Anytime she does a video on a man and he has crazy expectations, all of the women in the comments destroy him. But when it comes to a woman who has extremely high expectations, she can't even say that's a little unrealistic. Make sure you get married before you have children. Somebody else said, Tamika is a beautiful woman. What I heard was disappointment. I pray she heals and that true love finds her. She deserves a whole husband. Another woman said, what does getting married have to do with the child? People get divorced every day that have children, so what does making him my husband have to do with the child? She never said the kids' fathers weren't there for her kids. Everybody has the right to live their life like they want. Some of y'all in y'all marriage because you're stuck, not because you want to be there. What happens when the government gives single women money for having children? They see no purpose in marriage. The purpose of being married to your children's father is stability, specifically financial stability. Single mothers are the poorest demographic in America. It takes $250,000 to raise a child from 0 to 18 in America. Do you have that kind of money? Or are you going to expect the government to fund it for you? And I seen a comment on Facebook that says, why do people blame women for being single mothers? Well, because if you're a single mother, it's a choice. If the man is so attractive that you can't resist sleeping with him, you have birth control. If you don't want to use birth control, you have condoms. If you don't want to use condoms, you have plan Bs. And if you don't want to use plan Bs, you have the fourth option, which is the most extreme, and I do not recommend it. So don't be in my comments talking about some, oh, you're recommending. No, I don't recommend it, but it is an option. You have reproductive rights. You have 4 lines of defense as a woman. So if you have a child, you have made the conscious decision as an adult to give a man a child. This is why I tip my hat off to Kevin Samuels, because he's facing a lot of controversy just because he's trying to bring black women and black men back together. For black people to have the civil rights, you had to have strong black families. You don't get a Martin Luther King without strong black families. You don't get a Malcolm X without strong black families. You don't get a Black Panther Party without strong black families. It takes families to have community. If you want a strong community, you have to have family. And to have family, you have to have marriage. Wed before you bed, married before you carry. Till next time.